Presented by the Making Star Wars Podcasting Network. This is the Cantina Cast, your watering hole for thought-provoking Star Wars discussion, character dissections, quote and scene analysis, honest opinions on the Star Wars news that interests you, and whatever else these guys come up with. Here are your hosts, Mike and Joa.
Hello, Star Wars fans. Mike here with a bonus episode because we have some huge news that dropped today. And, of course, Bob Iger, Disney, Lucasfilm, and Rian Johnson like to do these little surprises after I'd already edited a show or was in the middle of editing a show, which is episode 207, which will be due out this upcoming week. And I didn't want to throw this breaking news and split that up the episodes as long as it is, so I figured I'd do a bonus episode because if we waited till the following episode, it'd be far too long. But enough of that jibber jabber, and let's get into this. So today on a call with the investors, Bob Iger announced that there's a new Star Wars trilogy, and Rian Johnson is going to write and direct, and of course his longtime collaborator Ram Bergman is going to join him to produce. So that's pretty interesting, and I'm just stunned that this happened because I wasn't expecting this at all. Actually, I thought a lot of things were going to be on hold, but that's not all we got, and I'll get into the trilogy in a moment. But we are also getting a live-action TV show, which is what Variety is reporting. They're saying during the call that Bob Iger said that they were going to do the live-action TV show, which is great. I wasn't expecting that either. I thought that would be on hold, but I'm not too surprised by that because 2019, we know that Disney's going to do their streaming thing. Now, I figured there'd be an animated show, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen by then, and it'll be on their streaming service, and that's not a big surprise at all. As a matter of fact, I think there's a rumor that Pixar is going to work out something with them, too. I can't confirm that right now at the time of this recording, so keep that in mind. Maybe by the time you hear this, that'll be true or not true. But in any case, so I figured, well, I'll start with the live-action TV series. That has me pretty intrigued quite a bit. So, the whole thing is, this is a blank slate. Well, we don't know about the TV series, but we do with the trilogy is supposedly a blank slate. But we'll get into that in a second. So what era would we like to explore? Would we want more of the rebellion? I'm kind of tired of that, as I've said on the show countless times in the last year and a half or so. It's not that I'm tired of it. I just want to open up the galaxy more and see more things and try new things and see new things and stuff like that. And I think maybe moving out of the rebellion era is probably the way to go. Now, an interesting one would be the prequel trilogy era, but I don't think they'll do that. It's kind of close to the sky. I don't know. I'm not sure they would go there. So then you get the post-Return of the Jedi, but I don't know if that works either because we're all going to be begging for the big three, and who are you going to have them play the big three? You can't just put any old actors in there to play Luke Skywalker or Carrie Fisher or Harrison Ford. You can't do that. So that might work for an animated series where you go post-Return of the Jedi. That would be pretty cool. Or, you could always do these things. The Rebellion era, the prequel trilogy era, the post-Return of the Jedi era, but it wouldn't be on part of the main storyline. You could do something about bounty hunters, gangsters. There's so much to explore in the galaxy, and the beautiful thing about this now is that finally, I feel like the doors is finally opening, which is something I said. After episode 8, we might get more reveals and stuff and be able to finally explore this galaxy and enjoy all that it has to offer and not be kind of confined. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do, where I feel a little bit confined with what we've gotten so far. I know the main focus is on the trilogy and stuff like that. So the sequel, excuse me. So they're kind of, not giving us everything at one moment, I guess you could say, which I guess we all want and craving that. But anyway, the other one is the Old Republic, which is something we've said on this show countless times over the past year and a half, 2 years, even further back than that. I know Joe is a big proponent of this. He would love for this to do. And I would love them to do this because, like we've always said on the show, this frees you up from the main Skywalker line, and you don't have to worry about stomping on canon and doing that. You can kind of create your own canon, which is what we said I want to say back in 2013 when we came back and started podcasting again, I want to say we started saying it then that we should probably move out of this because there was a lot of things that were said, we're going to get this, that, and the other, the spinoffs and stuff. And we've always said, well, don't get too close to what's already been done and stuff like that. So now the other thing I want to ask you here is now, will this coincide with the new trilogy, which would be very interesting because you get a clean slate with the trilogy. And now you have a chance to even incorporate more of its own legend and more of its own canon by having this live action show, which would be very interesting because they could kind of mirror each other and kind of play off each other, which would be kind of a unique thing. I think that would work very well. It'd probably work like Marvel, although Marvel's universe, it seems a little small, like the stuff we see on Netflix and stuff. Those are great shows. I love them. It's just like you don't see the Avengers Tower in New York City. You would think you would see that or something like that. Yeah, they mention what happened and everything, but you don't see, I don't know. But in any case, it would be very interesting. So again, will it be the Old Republic? Will this be the place where they go? Would this be the era to explore? I mean, I think that would be a great place to start or go. But with the TV series, I'll give you this. I'm open to just about anything with the TV series. I wouldn't mind if it's more prequel era or post Return of the Jedi or somewhere in between there. I wouldn't mind that. That would be interesting. I would bet, if I had to bet, they're going to go with the Rebellion and do that. But I don't know. It'd be pretty cool if they did it with the new trilogy as well. Like, that would be great if they mashed that all together and stuff like that. But I'm just real quick. I want to know, what do you guys think? Where would you like them to go with the live action series? Where would you like them to open up the galaxy for us in the live action? I don't know. I'm as you can tell, I'm kind of speechless that we even got this tonight. But anyway, let's move into the big thing, which was the trilogy, which is the main thing from here was what Kathleen Kennedy had to say. We're bringing back Rian Johnson. They love Rian Johnson, and we've said this before on the show. We all got this impression that Kathleen and Rian, everything worked well. There wasn't any problems. He did a great job for them, and I'm not surprised that he's coming back into the fold. And actually, if like I think The Last Jedi turns out to be better than Empire Strikes Back, and I'm madly in love with The Last Jedi, if it goes the way I want it to go, hopefully, then this would be great. This is a great move, and I see no problems with that. So now if The Last Jedi does stink, as he was, kind of playing around on his tweet, I hope you guys like The Last Jedi. I really hope you like The Last Jedi, because we're kind of married to him now for 9 years now. So this will be pretty interesting. But I think the main thing that we take from what Kathleen said was Rian will do amazing things with the blank canvas of this new trilogy, which is important because it's a blank slate, free to do what you want. You're not tied into the Skywalker saga. There isn't going to be any of that where you're muddling with the canon and stomping on toes and causing us all to go lose our mind over the Skywalker saga, because we have issues with that. As we've all argued over the last couple of years over things. Is she Skywalker? Is she not a Skywalker? This, that, and the whole other thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. We've all drove each other nuts with that. So this, we get completely, a complete mystery, blank slate, and it's very interesting. And now the thing that it was in my mind when I read this part is the fact that, because I've said for a long time that maybe episode 9 is the end for the Skywalker saga. And now they decided, all right, we're going to do these new trilogies. We're going to just do something completely different, go somewhere else, and not even connect to the Skywalker saga, so to speak, and do something new. And we got the old saga. That's the thing that matters, and it's there. We all know it and love it and stuff. But we're going to do something new and fresh and different. And it's interesting. We didn't get any spin-off announcements with this, and it's more like, nah, with all the problems we've had with directors and spin-offs and reshoots and all that stuff, it's like, you know what? Let's do something completely different. Let's do this trilogy. We'll get Rian in here. Ryan's a good storyteller and all this stuff. And the stuff that Rian said is another thing. It kind of gives me a little bit more confidence with what he's going to do with The Last Jedi and going forward. Is Star Wars is the greatest modern mythology, and we feel very lucky to contribute to it. Now, that is very important to me in that he said that. He acknowledges that it's a modern mythology, and we're not surprised. I mean, heck, I think you said it multiple times before, so there's no surprise there. But this is very interesting, and where they will go. So that's the question here. Where will they go? Will 9 be the end of the Skywalker saga, and now they're going to do these other things? Because I'd even said before on the show, okay, Rey takes out the Skywalker, because that's my wacky theory is that Rey is actually here to bring balance, and she takes out the Skywalker line because the Skywalkers are an anomaly in the Force because of Sidious. So, yeah, I think that's where, she takes over and wipes them out, and then, just kind of, that's the end of the Skywalkers, and then she gets her own trilogy where she's doing her own thing, and it's a new story it's evolved. That would be pretty interesting. But what do you guys think? Where do you want to see them go with this new trilogy? Again, do you want it to coincide with the TV series, which would be a very interesting move? There's so many places they could go. I thought of the unknown regions with Snoke, and we could explore that and see the rise of Snoke and how that plays out. You get a little bit of the new sequel stuff, but, they said it's completely blank and it's somewhere where they haven't been before. So, I don't know. It's interesting where they would go. I mean, you get the Chiss and Thrawn you could go and explore and see where that goes, and the mystery that's with him. I don't know if they'll do that exactly, or it's just going to be completely something I'm not even thinking, you're not even thinking. Maybe it's not even something that's in Legends in the past where, they explored things in the Old Republic with Revan and Malak and the Emperor way back in the day. That was a weird story and everything and stuff like that. I'm not sure that's where they would go. I'm just baffled, and I'm excited about all this. This is great. I feel reinvigorated with this news and stuff. So in any case, I just wanted to give a quick segment. Basically, this would have been a segment in the show, so I just decided I'll do my thoughts and get this out there and get your opinions and stuff. And you guys can join us in our Discord channel, which blew up late this afternoon. Everyone's giving their theories and ideas and stuff, and it was fun to see all that happen. So I recommend just checking us out on Discord. All our links and stuff are in the show description, and I'll put it in this as well. So if you're on iTunes, just click through our show notes or show description there, and you'll find it. You'll click on it, and it'll bring you where you need to go. So with that, enjoy your Friday, everybody, and your weekend, and ponder all these things, and get back to us at the Cantina Cast and email us, which is, again, in the show description. And I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So with that, enjoy the long weekend, and I'll see you guys later. You're still listening? Wow, that's amazing. Well, I'm here to give you the disclaimer. Normally we do a big, long, drawn-out disclaimer thing saying what's what and who's what and all that other stuff, but I think you guys kind of know that Lucasfilm and Disney have no affiliation with us at all, and we have none with them. We talk about Star Wars, which is their property, and all that other good, fun stuff, but I think you can tell which is our stuff and which is their stuff. If you can't, well, then send a lawyer to send an email to me, and I'll be glad to chat with them. Other than that, you know what's what, so that's your disclaimer.